Welcome to Shivering Timbers Dojo. Tonight we're going to continue our deep dive into Danzanryu Jiu-Jitsu's Shime no Kata. That is the board of constrictions. So tonight we are going to do Juji Gatame, and then we're also going to do Kote Shime. They are, for those of you familiar with Danzanryu Jiu-Jitsu, Juji Gatame is taught as the third move in the board, and then Kote Shime is taught as, like, I think the 15th or 16th move in the board. They're removed. And yet, Kote Shime is the continuation of Juji Gatame. Essentially, when someone works to counter that particular pin, you go to Kote. So I'm going to be teaching them together this evening. So we're going to do one and then the other. Do Juji Gatame and then Kote Shime. Kote Shime, people know it as the Americana. It's pretty straightforward, but the Juji is where we go from the lock because it's a really fast, quick arm lock from the throw, and then should they counter that, into the Kote. So we'll start with Juji Gatame. This is the Juji Gatame. Juji, you hear this cross, it means it's a shape of 10, is what it means, because when you draw a 10 in Japanese, it's a cross. So it's basically the cross pin, if you will. So we'll start from the throw. So everything, again, in Shime no Kata, all of our constrictions are going to start from a throw. Hey! What? Now, I've got him. I threw him Osotogari. It's a fun throw. Could use a big, tall guy. I've got the arm. What I want to do is I want to place the arm down here and put my knee over it right here. This is a quick catch. My goal is to get in side control. The Yoko Shio Gatame. As I'm going to side control, he's going to punch me because we're not necessarily, in a competitive environment, or perhaps more of an MMA environment, or perhaps even in a competitive environment, he's trying to grab me. Here, as long as that hand's coming up, this works. So I've got my foot across, I take my foot across again, he comes up to punch, I come down, and drop right to here, and I extend. Other side. So again, I place the knee right across here. He comes up, down, right to here, and extend. Now let's talk about what I'm doing. So let's get my, come right here. And I want you to lay, just right down. Just like that. All right, so I've thrown him. I got my foot across to block that arm for just a moment. If I can, I'll get my other one across as well. Now my ankles are crossed in the back. It makes it difficult for him to lift. Oh no! He pushed me right down into side control. Sucks for him. I would like my ankles crossed because if I don't, now he does have a line into the groin. So it really behooves me to cross those ankles across there. Now as I come in, he's going to try and punch. I want to block with my outside hand. This becomes very apparent when we move on to the Kote Shime. But for the pin right here, for the Juji Gatame, and it is a pin, but it's also a submission. So as he comes in, and I drop this, I'm going to drop his elbow directly in front of my arm, just like this. Here is okay, here is way better. As I put my hand over the wrist, I grab my own wrist and rotate up, and there's the tap. It's fast, it's painful, it sucks. Moving in, and all right. Now, let's try this at speed and see what it's like. Here, I want you to come this way because I'm going to throw you on that side and attack that. Okay? Let's let the coach you again. Right! From right here to here. If he bends his arm, that's the next thing, Kote Shime. But for right now, keep that arm straight. And here's how we can do it. So, one more time. And and he goes to punch. Let him punch me. Punch me, come on. Let him get that hot in. Now his arm's straight because he was busy punching. He was worried about me. He was trying to grab me. Ah, yes, boom, haha. So if that hand's coming up to you, let it come to you. You don't necessarily have to go down to it and get, oh, hit. You come up here, let him come, and then use your body weight. Keep your body weight back so that he can't lift you forward and over, but right here, get out. There it is. Good job, sir. I'm going to do one more from this side so people can see. I'm going to do from here. I've got to there. I've thrown it right to here. Aha! Duck if you can. Come to here. I've got my weight right here, centered. If I come a little far forward, that's okay. But he's going to try and roll. So keep yourself back if you can. And get that arm up to right here. Again, you crank this down. You can grab the sleeve if you want, but really, I like to have this. And to keep him from bending that arm, my hand is right here to block it. And then up. And there we go. Juji Gatame. Thank you. This is the Kote Shime. Previously, we just did Juji Gatame, the cross pin. So the kote, the forearm, curling. Essentially, we're going to do the same way as we get into Juji, and he's going to counter it. This time I'm going to do a throw, I'm going to do a hip throw. So, so, just like before, come here, he goes, punch, I block, I come here, he's bent his arm, and I'm having trouble getting it back to straight. So all I do is lock the arm down. I want his back of his hand on the ground, I want his wrist planted good, and then lean up, and there we go. Other side, sir. Got him all stretched out. I'm gonna come down here. He's gonna come and punch me. Oh no! Ah! He's got this. I'm gonna come back. If you get the wrong side, it's real easy. He's gonna come up and grab. Just switch your hands. He's still grabbing me. He's still gonna try and do anything. That's okay, as long as I've got the wrist. And I bring it in tight. I bring my hand to my own wrist right here. I bring it in tight and roll up. Okay? It doesn't take much. So, real slow, one more time. From here, something more right. I'm coming right here. He punches. I block this thing. Come on. Oh! And despite that I've got this, for whatever reason, he's big and strong. He's a big, strong dude anyways. So since he's big and strong, pull it back into him. Lock that elbow up against his head. Lock that wrist against the ground. And roll up. And that's all it takes. Roll up. Other side. Uchimo Harai. On this left side, we're going to do a little more combat speed. Come down, punch quick. Ready? Right to here, that fast. Kote Shime is the continuation. Juji Gatame. The arm is straight. They don't like that. You really have to extend the elbow. You've got the pin, you've got a lock, you've got a good place to be. They say, haha, bend it. Good. Let them bend it. Bring it in. That was Danzanryu Jiu-Jitsu, Shime no Kata from the Juji Gatame and the Kote Shime. I just feel that they need to be presented together because one is literally a continuation of the other. Juji Gatame is good. Practice Juji Gatame. Practice that pin. Practice your gatames to get somebody down and work that arm in. But once they start managing to worm that arm out, absolutely start with your Kote Shime, your Americana, your key lock, whatever you wish to call it, and get that thing snugged up in tight and start getting the taps from that. Again, these are really good ones to practice from a throw. Yes, you can start from the ground, find a work from there, but you'll notice, we start from the throw, we go from the punch. Again, it can be a punch, it can be a grab, whatever you like. Work from that resistance and work on getting either position from there. If you still don't like it, well, come into class, we'll work on it. We'll work on some throws to get to that point. A lot of throws work for it. Other than that, stay safe. Thanks.